when they advertise for them and they pay people, there's thousands of people out here. So let's see how many Democrats we actually have in this community when they're not paid to get out here and do this. At least, I mean, unless they advertised it and organized it on a completely different website. We'll see what happens. These people are fucking retarded. These people are fucking retarded. Hold on, I'll turn you around. This is how many Democrats we actually have in this town when it's not organized and it's not paid for. You see the thousands of them out here when they actually organize this. So hold on. Dang it, Kira. Your thing's all messed up. They're still having a No Kings protest, guys. That's what this is. That's retarded. If these people really think that Donald Trump is acting like a king, I think these people need to be sterilized, bro. Hold on. Look at these retards. Look at these dummies. Hey, look. This is how many they get whenever it's not organized. This is the entirety of the Democrat headquarters, the Democrat Party of Port Charlotte, Florida. This is the entirety of the Democrat headquarters right here. Oh, when they're not paid for. Is that Vincent Adamo? Is that Vincent Adamo over there? Right there. That guy. How you doing? Oh. So why are they out here at 8 o'clock in the morning the day after? They didn't even protest, guys. They didn't even protest for the 4th of July at all. Like, they didn't do nothing. We had a beautiful 4th of July in this town. As a matter of fact, the fireworks just stopped here about an hour ago. You know, people have been out here celebrating all night long, including me. Can I put my hand on the camera for an edit? Does that mean go like this for a minute? Boop. Hello. Yeah, so I got a call this morning that there's a bunch of people out here showing up. Oh, man. I didn't even know I had an alarm on my truck until just now. Shit. There we go. Okay, sorry guys. I was caught off guard by these lunatics this morning. I didn't plan on being here. I was up all night at the fireworks place all night long. We were blowing shit up most of the night. Oh. So I had to run and get some coffee real quick. So I'll show you again real quick now that a few more people have jumped on here. This is what it looks like when they're not organized, when it's not advertised for months at a time. This is how many they actually have here. For the first time ever, they got one black guy over there. He's been hiding his face the whole time. He's embarrassed. So, I'm the one people call whenever this stuff goes down. So I got 4 phone calls. My buddy here from the Airsoft Gallery called me, and then a couple other people right after him called me. So, it's too early for this shit. What's wrong with these people, man? Fuck, don't they know we were partying all night last night as Patriots? I guess when you sleep in mom's basement, you don't have to really worry about any of that. I'm about to go take a walk through them. How are you doing today?
Jerry Jones.
Joshua Pierce. How you doing, brother? Did I say fuck Trump over there? Man, these people are
Trump.
that one says fuck Trump.
Oh, yeah.
A sign that nobody will hold. They'll just plant it in the ground.
Yeah.
So.
We won, so he's doing great things.
Please say hi to Mike
We
Rockburns.
We need to get our own protest on this side, right?
Man, I just woke up out of the blue, guys. I was out partying all night last night. I should be at work right now, but I came up here instead. We are free in Palestine with a bunch of bombs. We'll free Palestine with a bunch of bombs, a bunch of terrorists. Hey, I'll give you a free trip to Palestine since you love it so much. I'll send you there. I'll pay for it. I don't mind paying for your trip. Anyone that hates America, like I've told you a million times, I've got funds set aside just for you guys. We'll give you a free trip right now. Anybody that hates America and loves Palestine, loves a bunch of terrorists.
That day, July 4th, well, all of us yesterday, the real Patriots, were supposed to celebrate 4th of July, having a good time.
So, I look poorly. What does looking poorly educated look like? I might not be the smartest man in the room, but I have an IQ of 130, so I mean, I'm not too bad. You know, when you average retards have an IQ of 88 nowadays, so I guess that would make me a genius compared to you. I'm a constitutional scholar. I just rebuilt my entire transmission by myself without being a mechanic and never doing any work like that in my life. I'm not a Jew lover by any means. I love Jesus. Jesus is the Jew I love. If you can show me one thing, and I'll read it right from the Constitution. I've got a couple copies of the Constitution right here, and the Federalist, and a few copies of the Forefathers' writings. If you can show me one instance where the Constitution is being violated by Donald Trump, I can show you 1,000 actual facts of where it's been violated by all of your terrorist politicians. Trump never said the end of the Constitution. You're probably one of those people that believes in the fine people hoax, right? That was proven wrong many, many times. You're probably one of those people. No, he didn't. He didn't tweet he was going to end the Constitution. That's why you people are so stupid. You don't know the difference between satire and comedy and reality. No, he didn't. That's not a thing either. I was at all of his court dates. I went there. I covered them live. I covered them all live. They're here on my channel. Just go through all my lives from 2 years ago. That never happened. What's an excuse for my ignorance? See, that's the funny thing. You guys have been saying you're going to put Trump in prison for how many years now? And he's literally beat you at everything. And we've arrested what? Over 1,800 Democrats and put them in jail in the past 3 weeks. They're actually in jail. They're going to get charged. Some of them with high crimes for fraud, for election fraud. Look at all the FBI files that just got released. I want you guys to go read the FBI files about the 2020 election. It's fucking hilarious because everything y'all blame Donald Trump for, we now have 100% irrefutable evidence that it's what the Democrats did the whole time. What the Democrats did the whole time. But look, it's just all old people. You got this one Antifa agitator that comes out here every time, and I point him out every single time. This guy right here with his little gay-ass bullhorn that nobody can hear. Nobody can even hear what he's saying. I mean, you got one young person that's an agitator, and the rest of them, they're just old people. I mean, nothing even matters what these people say. You know what I mean? 2 rallies ago, they literally wheeled out people from hospice in fucking wheelchairs and set signs in front of them while they slept in the sun. Waiting for Antifa. What's up, baby? Come on. Come do some shit in my small town. We'll beat the fuck out of you right in the middle of the street. HB1 speed bump law is a beautiful thing in Florida. I'm not too far from Gator Gitmo either. We're not too far from there where I'm at in Southwest Florida. There's no made in China tag on this hat. This tag was made locally right here in town by a seamstress that works here. The shirt was made in Honduras, probably. The shirt was the material for the shirt was made in Honduras, but all the lettering was made in America. So yeah, I'll say I'm wearing made in America shit. I make all my own flags. Everybody knows that. All my shit's American source materials, baby. Might cost a little more, but they last so much longer. I invite you people. I'm a fucking target. Look, I'm a massive target. You can't fucking miss me, Antifa. You can't miss me, Black Lives Matters. You haven't missed me. You fucked my shit up for years. You know what I'm saying? But you never come to me because you're all cowards. You're all cowards. You never come. You never come. Look, you can't miss me. You can't fucking miss me. I'm the most massive target you've ever seen in your lives. The LA riots, man, it's not under Trump. It's because of a bunch of communists. And you know what? I think the LA riots are a necessary thing because then we got to actually show the strength of Trump. What LA riots? The ones that lasted for 3 days, and when they found out they'd be held accountable, they all turned into fat pussies, and now there's only a few people out there at a time. Yeah, those LA riots that got squashed by Donald Trump in a matter of a week when they went on for an entire summer under the Joe Biden administration. You mean those LA riots? Yeah. What LA riots? The ones that disappeared the moment you people found out you'd be held accountable? The National Guard beating the fuck out of you? We got alligator Alcatraz down here in Florida. The big, beautiful bill passed, which means now all the deportations are going to start. Y'all understand that, right? Mass deportations. It's $186 billion in the big, beautiful bill strictly for immigration, taking fucking illegals. We're going to end any naturalized citizen that's ever committed a crime in this country, you're getting deported. Your naturalization's being stripped, you're getting deported. Birthright citizens, that's not a thing. The 14th Amendment was literally written for slaves that weren't thought of as human beings, okay? And in the 14th Amendment, it flat out says, you have to be a citizen, a naturalized citizen, which is someone who came through the port of authority and was seeking asylum the legal way. A green card is not a naturalized citizen, you're a guest. A visa is not a naturalized citizen, you're a fucking guest. Under the ANA of the ANA and the INA of the green card and the visas, it says right in it, the Attorney General can boot you out of this country for any reason if you speak up politically or anything like that. You're not allowed. You don't have that constitutional right. It's illegal under federal law in the United States for a communist to seek asylum in America. That's not a thing. We don't give asylum to communists. You're not allowed to be a communist in America. So all you people saying we're communist, we are literally violating federal law by saying that, which makes you a national security threat, which means you are being watched by the FBI, the ATF, the DEA, all of that stuff. How has my life changed from all of this? Man, well, I went from having a bunch of nice shit to all my stuff getting burnt to the ground, getting vandalized, all because of my political beliefs. The funny thing is I've never once attacked one of these people ever. Never. I've only defended myself when these idiots have come out after me. And the funny thing is it's old people that'll run up to your truck and start kicking it and fucking with your shit down here in Florida. Because that's what we got down here. We got a bunch of fucking half-dead people. Oh, what have I been doing about... Hey, go through my channel and watch what I'm doing about these employers. I think their business license needs to be pulled. They need to be held accountable, and they need to be charged for aiding and abetting criminal federal fugitives. That's what I think we should be doing. Absolutely. And we have a law in Florida that if you get caught with a bunch of illegal immigrants on your crew, you will be penalized for that. You will be charged. The charge needs to be more detrimental than they are putting it for. Now, my truck doesn't need scrapping. 952,000 miles on this old motherfucker, man. The truck's been through more than you could ever think of being through. This truck has made me more money and paid for itself over and over again. I bought this truck brand new in 1999, and I still own it. And she still runs great. No, my RV was burnt to the ground. My house got tore down in a hurricane. You have to go through my old videos. Hurricane Ian blew my house down. She's got this big nodule on her head from when my RV got burnt down. I'll repost those pictures and stuff tonight. I went to throw her out the window and a melted piece of plastic landed on her head. Let's do a recap here, I guess. My brake lines have been cut probably 23 times. Tires been slashed numerous times. Windows busted out. No window on this side, completely busted out. Truck smashed up. This is the piece to the left, guys. I've thousands and thousands of flags cut up and ripped off. Door handles completely ripped off. All my guts ripped out of here. Dents here. Dents here. I'll post a bunch of the stuff that's, because I know it's been a while. You know, I know it's been a while. But since they passed all these new laws in Florida, we don't get as attacked as much. But I'll start posting all the texts I get every day again. I still get probably 100, 200 texts from these idiot leftists every single day. I deserve all the hate I get. Oh, I love you too, honey. I love you too. See, what you guys got to realize is most of these people talking shit on here are like 12-year-old little kids that don't know anything about anything. Or teenagers that, you know, don't know shit. They sit on it when they pee. They don't just sit down. They got a laser target system for the purple dildos that are double-sided that pop out of the toilet. That's what liberals do when they pee. See, saying liberals are getting something done is like saying you shit your pants so you can change your shirt. I shit my pants, now I gotta go change my shirt so I can clean myself up. You people don't live in reality. You live in a live-action cartoon. Who knew that when Idiocracy, the movie, was being made, that it was actually a prophecy? You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. You working today, bud?
Yeah.
Yeah, what time y'all go over there?
Probably leave here around 10:45.
Yeah. But look, you see what happens when they're not organized and getting paid to do it. This is the entirety of the Democrat Party here. Like one young person agitating all these old people. Yeah, look, the lady. Yeah, that's the Democrat Party in a nutshell, right there. Those are the people that want us. These are the people that want a civil war with people like us that do nothing but train and work out all day. Look how unhealthy all these people are. Look how either overweight or just. I mean, I'm not gonna rag my elders. People are old, but you're welcome because the stocks are through the roof right now. Gas is cheap. Bread is cheap, eggs are cheap. The Democrat EGO had to come out and admit that Trump's tariffs are going to save $2.8 trillion for the American economy. You're welcome. You said it was going to ruin your stocks. It made your stocks better than they've ever been. And you're still bitching. You said getting rid of these illegals were going to hurt the economy. We've gotten rid of thousands of them, and nothing's gone different with the economy. Everything you say is going to happen to Donald Trump never ever happens. Never. We win every single time. You haven't beat us at one fucking thing. Nothing. You keep calling Trump a felon, but he's not a felon. He pardoned himself day 2. He's not a felon. What are we doing? That was a weird show of force, wasn't it? Is that Gank? Huh? That's probably Gank fucking with me. He's the supervisor for this side now. Are you gonna come over here and bullshit with me? That's hilarious. I think those people were in the street over there. That's why he did that. Where'd he go? Where'd you go, Gank? I bet you that was Supervisor Gank. I've known him since he was a teenager. See, this is my native land that I'm in right now. Okay? These people, I guarantee you go over there and talk to all these people, which you can watch all my lives. We had 1 million times. None of them are even from here. or from other towns, or they just moved here. They're transplants. I'm a local Florida native, born and raised. We can go back centuries with my family in this land. I am part Seminole Indian, Irish, and some other mutt shit. You know what I mean? So all the people that were slaves and actually oppressed in this country, I have in my veins. The funny thing is you people call white people racist. You say we're the most horrible group on the planet. Well, you're welcome, black people. We're the only group that's ever fought a war so you can have freedom. Nobody else has ever done that. You couldn't even take yourselves out of slavery because you're still fucking slaves in Africa. You're still slaves in Haiti. All your black countries still keep you as legal slaves. There's 751,000 slaves in Africa right now, legal slaves. Okay, so you're welcome. Only 3% of America ever owned slaves. And out of those 3%, 1.7% were black plantation slave owners. Okay, the Arabs came to your country and took you, not us, not the Dutch. You say that we're cultural appropriating because of we wear braids in our hair. It's literally called the Dutch braid. And you didn't get that culture until the Dutch came and took your people as slaves. Before that, you didn't have that culture. We can trace the Dutch braid back in 15, 20,000 years into the Dutch community, but we can't with the African community. You're the smallest population on the entire planet, okay, of all other races. People keep saying white people are the smallest population. What are you talking about? Eastern Europeans and Americans, we're the largest population on the planet. Okay, so you're welcome. Only white countries allow you to have freedom. Every other country still keeps you as slaves. So if white people are so bad, why are you in our countries? Why do you love it here so much that you won't go back to Africa or Haiti or fucking Jamaica or somewhere like that? Now, I'm not talking shit about Jamaica. I love Jamaica. I've been there. Great people over there. The food was wonderful. The shrooms were fucking fire as hell. And the weed was really good. So I like me some Jamaica, buddy. But it's just the fact of the matter is you want to be mad at white people because of slavery when white people were slaves 10,000 years before we even knew who the fuck you were. Before we even knew what your people were. Before the Arabs came over and took you and your own people took you into the slave trade. We were already slaves. We had the strength to take ourselves out of slavery, though. We were strong enough to say, okay, we're going to fight so we have freedom. And then guess what? We then turned around and fought so you could have freedom. Because you couldn't do it for yourselves. You still can't do it for yourself. You still go around acting like a fuck. It's because you're a victim. You're professional victims. And we're just conquerors. There's a difference. Nothing's stolen. None of this land is stolen. As a Native American, I say, guess what? We were conquered. We were beat. Seminole Indians are the only tribe that didn't sign the accord in 1830, and we fought to the last man. There are 2,400 Seminole Indians left in the state of Florida. That's it. All the rest of them are gone, wiped out. Okay, so the population of Seminole Indians will be not soon. No God in me? Okay, you've clearly not read the readings of Paul, ever. When Paul walked with the Jews, he lived as the Jews. When Paul went to the temple, he lived under the Jewish law. When Paul walked with the Gentiles, he lived as the Gentiles did, so he can convert the Gentiles to Christianity.
And the only way we're going to be able to get that help is if we stand together as one.
You're right, we did. We did save you. We directly saved you. We're the only culture that ever did anything to help you get out of slavery. No other culture has ever helped you get out of slavery, ever. Not even your own. Only white people have. You're right. Tolerance is a sin in the Bible. Many, many places in the Bible does it say tolerance of evil is a sin. God said you must hate all things that I hate. We're not judging you. We're literally just telling you what God said. Do you want me to read things directly from the Word for you? Because I can. Here's my Bible right here. Here's my Bible right here. I also have a copy of the Webster's 1988 Webster's Dictionary, if you want the actual definitions of words. You know what I mean? I'll read it straight from the books themselves for you. I won't just tell it to you right off the top of my head. Pride is a sin, but it's not an unforgivable sin. Only one sin is an unforgivable sin, and that's blaspheming the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. And that's from Jesus' lips himself. Blasphemy of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit is an unforgivable sin. That's why the path is narrow to get to heaven, and it's wide to get to hell. And a lot of you are going way beyond just blaspheming the Holy Spirit.
You got people saying, no king, no king. Trump's not a king, he's the president. That's your vision. That's your view. You view Trump thinking that you think Trump is a king.
Got nothing to do with race whatsoever. None of this has anything to do with race. At this point in time, this is all political persecution. They even persecute us when people go out and just read the Bible on the streets. They blame it on Donald Trump. These people live in a cartoon. It even says in the Bible, foreigners will come to your land, they will take your stuff, you will have nothing left, and you will have to borrow money from them in the end of times. Read Revelation. It says this in the Bible. It also says in the Bible that this I have against you. You tolerate the Jezebel spirit and allow it to lead my children into sexual immoralities and depravities. So for this I will judge you. You allow them to lead my children into sexual immoralities. Allow. Well, I don't allow that. Okay? If I have to lose everything that's good about me and go to a place that I really don't want to go into eternity so I can save one of you, I'm okay with that. That's the difference between me and you. I would rather these people target me, that's why my truck looks like this, than target the people of my community. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with these people targeting me so you don't get hurt. Whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, it doesn't matter to me. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Satanist, it doesn't matter to me. I still love you as a human being. I dang sure don't agree with your ideologies, obviously. I don't believe in communism. And when it comes down to it, I'm a true red-blooded American young man that loves his country, and I will fight until you kill me. So until you take my life, I'll be out here fighting every single day. Every day. I'll give up everything like I have. That doesn't bother me. Does it get to you sometimes? Yes, it does get to you sometimes. But that's okay. You just get the fuck up, you tie your boots up, and you keep going. That's what you do. Does it suck to go from living in nice places to having nice shit to sleeping in your truck and in a fucking RV because of the hate of other people? Yes, it sucks. Do I give a fuck? Not really. You know why? Hello, how are you doing today? Hey, when it comes down to it, Trump is still their daddy, so that's all that matters. When it comes down to it,
Real people right there. Those are real people. Right
Trump
there.
is still your daddy. When it comes down to it.
They believe in America that wants to be together.
Bow to the king.
All those people over there, they want a nation divided. They want another civil war.
And that's another thing. These people take us seriously. You know what I mean? When we say, bow to the king, Trump 2028, they don't understand satire. They don't understand, sarcasm. They don't understand any of that shit.
They want to try.
But then they go and do the same thing and then still blame it on you. They'll go do exactly what they're saying you're doing and then blame it on you. Like, they're going up and screaming at these ICE agents, why you got masks on while they got fucking masks on? Because you're trying to kill their families because you're evil fucking people. The only instance you can give us about Republicans being violent was January 6th. And out of the 1 million people that were there, only 100 people went down in the tunnels and got stupid. You don't talk about the fact that no officers died on January 6th. It was all days later. One died of a heart attack. The other two killed themselves because they realized how much of a piece of shit they were because they were communists and they went against the people for the corrupt politicians. The funny thing is you people are standing up for the politicians that are taking everything from you. Name me one thing that Democrats have done good for you. One thing. One thing that's made your life better, other than free money. Other than free money, what's one thing that's made your life better? Because as a white man that works for a living, I can't qualify for any assistance, okay? Because I work for myself. If you have a business license, you can't even get qualified for fucking food stamps, bro. So Tell me one thing that Donald Trump has done other than take your welfare away that's pissing you off. Why does it piss you off that he's deporting criminal aliens? If you went to their country, they'd deport you right now. I'd just like to know. You know what? You're right. Republicans and Democrats are the same thing. That's why I'm a constitutionalist. I believe we should enact the original Constitution, and that would fix a lot of this shit. I think we should reenact the laws that are actually on the books against what this stuff is happening right now. Because communism is illegal in America. Triggered. See, these people get mad and they scream. I'm over here smiling and I'm happy. And I'm out here at 9 o'clock in the morning, the day after 4th of July, when we were just blowing shit up until fucking 5 in the morning. Oh, your truck sounds horrible, buddy. That sucks. But, oh, we got a new person out with a new weird looking flag. So have you seen their new LGBTQ shirts? Because there were a bunch of foreigners walking around in them in town yesterday. Hey, Melania's hot, but I'll tell you where it's at. That's Ivanka Trump, baby. She's smoking. She's smoking. I met her and I asked her to marry me. Smoking hot. Trump's got some beautiful, beautiful family members, brother. Have you guys heard Barron sing? Oh my God, kid's like an angel.
Rubbed off on me. I can't figure out.
Easily triggered by brown people. There are no brown people out here. These are all pasty white people. I'm a brown person. I'm darker than all of you motherfuckers making comments, bro.
I might as well just hand my phone off to Josh because he has more to say than I do.
Right. My skin is literally red. What, are you live somewhere?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook.
Oh, you're on Facebook? Yeah, they don't let me do that. They don't let me on that communist site. If you put my face on there, you'll probably get banned. I'm banned from everywhere but Rumble in here right now. And as you know, I'm banned from Google AdSense, so I can't even be monetized. I'm a mug. Oh, that's some old ass shit. What are you in your like 50s? Hold on. Another what?
Another Democrat. Right there. Don't tread on Trump. Take America back. That's what we want. We want the America that my grandfather fought for.
Now, I can talk some shit, too. I don't just blindly believe in everything that Trump does. I'm going to say right now, the Second Amendment stuff in the big, beautiful bill, that shit's garbage, bro. That shit's garbage. A lot of stuff in the big, beautiful bill I don't like. There's a ton of stuff I love. How could you people be mad right now? He's literally ending your taxes right now. He had no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no income tax. What the fuck, bro? He literally signed it into law yesterday to end your taxes on Independence Day. Do you people not realize the significance of the fact that we fought a war because of a 3% tax, and then on Independence Day, our president just ended a bunch of taxes for you? Do you not understand the historical? Florida, yes, Florida. Racist? Man, you see, that word means nothing to anybody anymore because you've used it to death.
My 3 great uncles, they refused to talk about it.
No, I'm not mad at all. It's just the more they attack me and the more they fuck with me, the more I put on my truck because it triggers them so bad. Who's the one that's mad? The one that can gleefully ride around and smile while his shit's getting smashed up? Or the one that's smashing people's shit up? Who's the one that's angry? Think about it. Oh, what just happened? I just went into like dark mode or something. You know what? Go on Blue Sky. They'll buy all your poop bottles on there. Oh, my IQ is 130 something. My parents had me tested.
All these people out here, they're probably the ones that have children who they say are on the spectrum.
Exactly. People ask me all the time, why do I do this if I don't get paid for it? Because I don't care about your money. I don't care about your money at all. You know what I love? I love the loyalty I get when I go. You know, I haven't paid for a meal all week long. Everywhere I go, people thank me for what I do. I ate for free yesterday. Got fucking 4 big bags of steak for free for my dog yesterday. I don't even have to ask for things in my town. You know what I mean? People just help me out at this point in time. So, and you, my trolls, you people on here talking shit, you're the ones that make that happen for me. I want you to understand. Hey, I'm not just a landscaper, damn it. I'm also a painter. I also do drywall, texture work, anything really. I'll scrub toilets if it'll pay me. I don't give a fuck. There ain't no job too low for me to work. I'll go work on a farm and sling horse shit. I don't give a damn. If it pays, I'll do it. Unless the sex worker selling drugs. I'm not going to start an OnlyFans page and put my feet on there like you people do. I'm not going to put my butthole on the internet to make money. I'd rather have nothing than bend my beliefs for any of you. I would rather be a bum living in my truck, standing up for what I believe in, and not bending for a single second just so I can make something better. And Trump ain't going nowhere. Trump's your daddy. You love Donald Trump. All you do is think about him. You say fuck Trump, you must want to fuck him. Because all you do is talk about it. But they're already giving up. They're already leaving. They literally just got here like 45 minutes, 50 minutes ago.
They're already leaving.
They're already leaving. This is what...
That's because they just want to be part of the party.
How you doing, baby? We still love you even though you're retarded. You can't help it, you know?
Because it's lunchtime.
Our parents taught us in the 90s and in the 80s, we don't get upset with retarded people, okay? We just try to smile and understand that what they're saying is just gibberish because they don't understand the reality of things. See, that's the difference between everybody else and me is I don't think these people are aggravating at all. I love these people. These people give you content. These people help you. Your trolls give you more views than your viewers do. Everybody's like, kick them off your channel. No. How are you going to say that you've been censored and you've been canceled from everywhere and then start canceling people? That's retarded. I stand for the Constitution for both sides. These people have the right to be out here. That's why when people are out here on my side, when they come out here, I tell them, don't get violent with these people unless they get violent with you. And then you let them know, we'll put you down in this town. I'm a hypocrite? Tell me how I'm a hypocrite. Tell me how I'm a hypocrite. I think the problem is you people literally don't understand the definitions of words. See, you read from the Communist Handbook where as one you were weak and together you were strong. And the Marxist dictionary is the opposite of what normal things are. So these people they're already leaving. All these people are going that way. These people are all getting ready to leave. What is this foreign flag? Does anybody know? I don't know this one. Is that the Dominican Republic or something? What does it say about alligators? What's that say? Alligator? Yeah! Gator Gitmo, baby! Just another day for a Florida man. That's another camping trip for a Florida man. People are being disappeared. Oh, these retards. This is one of the people that probably believes that they're dumping bodies out of planes. It's freaking hilarious, man. You people literally are cartoon characters. I'll just keep saying it. You're cartoon characters. But hey, they finally got one black person out here holding a foreign flag. holding a fucking flag. Oh, is that a Haitian flag? Is that what that is?
That's what it looked like.
Is that a Haitian flag? Because those are some of the most evil people on the planet. In case you don't know, Haiti was literally, how you doing today, baby? Happy Independence Day weekend! Because we love America. Hey, where's my dog at?
He's sitting over here in the shade.
How'd you get loose over here, baby girl? Ugh. Don't buy
She wanted
that.
to be in the shade. She fought for it.
Yeah, she wanted to get over here in that shade. God, I'm my baby. Love having a good dog that won't take off on you. But, I mean, anytime these people come out here, we come out here because they don't get violent. That's the plain simple fact. You people don't get violent when we're out here because you know we'll put you down. But when we're not out here, they get out and they take their clothes off in front of kids and shit like that. We can't have that. We can't allow that. The moment you tolerate that shit and you let it happen and you don't go out into your community and stand up against it, that's why they think they can do it. Because they'll show up in a town with 2,800 people and they feel like they're the majority. And they always ask me, why is it just me against them? Because it only takes one of me to beat all of you. That's why. You know, it doesn't take much. You know, a bunch of fucking old people and like, your arms are skinnier than my toe, my big toe, bro. You guys have no muscle mass, you have no testosterone, no nuts between your legs whatsoever. You get mad, you hate us because you ain't us. That's what it is. You literally hate us because you ain't us. That's what I call them too, these weirdos, man. And that's the way I feel. Now look, they're all gonna come over here to a massively Trump supporting business and eat. That's the funny thing about it. Burger King donated a whole shitload of money to the Trump Foundation recently. And they're gonna come over here and they're gonna eat there. And listen, I don't like fast food, you know that, but I will advertise for Taco Bell of Port Charlotte and Burger King of Port Charlotte because they've been some of my biggest supporters through all of this.
I would be willing to have a sit-down conversation.
On the days that I'm out here and I'm doing my rallies and I'm spending my whole day out here, my pup is very beautiful. She's filthy right now. We were at the mud pits blowing shit up with fireworks all day yesterday. We just got done about 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm on my way home, me and her, to get cleaned up. And I got a bunch of phone calls saying these idiots were out here. I guess they started showing up at like 8 o'clock this morning. Fuck, I was getting ready to go to bed at 8 o'clock this morning. It was 4th of July yesterday. Now, when I leave here, I'm going to go cut some trees down.
I love all these people, just like they're my family.
Yeah, they make threats, but they don't ever do nothing. They're a bunch of pussies. Don't worry about their threats.
I don't have to if I did. It would be the same kind of love.
They all just leave at the same time. Oh, there's 2 whole ones out here. Look, 2 that aren't getting... Look, you see, now they're going to leave. Look, if I did that right there, I'd get charged for that. That's destruction. Remember what they called that? They called that destruction of public property. They left a fuck Trump sign out here. And there's trash all over the side of the road like there always is. And so you can't fight for climate change and fight to end racism while you're out here attacking people because of the color of their skin and leaving trash all over our fucking planet, bro. Every time you do a rally. Talk about hypocrites. You call me a hypocrite because I love everybody, but I'll still fight against you. You clearly don't understand what love is. Love isn't tolerating. Love isn't going out here and looking at a 400-pound obese person and saying, oh, yes, you're beautiful just the way you are, honey. No, you're fat as fuck and you're really out of shape and you're probably going to die before you're 20. So how about I love you and I take you to the gym with me every single day and I help you better your life? That's love. Okay? Love is when you have the balls to tell somebody. You truly care about somebody when you can tell them that, hey, what you're doing probably isn't the right thing. You don't just tolerate and tell people what they want to hear. That's not love. That's hate, as a matter of fact. That's hate. Do you know what the word bigot means? I'm a cultist. Cultists don't speak out against their own side. Cultists don't say the Republicans are a bunch of fat-ass pussies that don't have a set of balls between their fucking legs. Because that's what the Republicans are at this point. a bunch of pussies that sit back, talk a bunch of shit, but no action ever happens. We the people are the action that's supposed to happen. We the people are the action that's supposed to happen. We're the ones that are supposed to stand the fuck up and take our country back. That's the one thing I'll give to the left, is they show up. They get the fuck out here. They might not be able to do anything, but they show the fuck up and they get out here by the thousands, by the hundreds of thousands and the millions sometimes. And our side doesn't do that. That's a problem. That's a big fucking problem. What more can I do? What more can I do? I've gotten fucking 230 fucking pedophiles arrested. We've taken over 1,800 fucking pornographic books out of the schools in Florida, speaking at school board meetings. We've gotten ordinances changed. We've gotten laws changed in the state of Florida. We've made it safer for people to live here. What more can I do? Whenever there's a problem with these leftists in town, people call me and they ask me to get out here. What more can I do? Who are you talking to? Taking to the gym, laugh out loud. Well, I'm not taking anyone to the gym right now because I can't afford to go to the gym right now, but you can gladly come out and train with us on the compound anytime you want to. I don't care who you are, you should know how to defend yourself. You heading to work?
Yeah, gotta take off.
Be safe out here, brother.
How you doing?
I'll come back every time they come out here, man. I'm gonna eat me some breakfast in a moment here. Ugh. Okay, get my puppy ready to go. But yeah, I just believe if we could just all agree to disagree like we used to be able to do, and if we all just kind of came together on the things that we can agree with. Like, I don't like fascist. You say you don't like that. The problem is you don't know what the word fascist means, clearly. I don't like racists. I don't like people that judge somebody on the color of their skin instead of the content of their character. All the people I talk shit about, I'm definitely judging them off the content of their character. You're going to act like an animal, I'm going to treat you like a fucking animal. You want to act like a human, I'll treat you like a human. That's the difference between the two. You know what I mean? So, I don't care what the color of your skin is. If you're a white guy, you come out here talking shit, I'm going to call you a fucking animal. Oh, if y'all want to do that, I'll gladly go live with anyone that wants to debate me. That used to be my channel when I was verified. And I'm verified now. I'm just banned from Google AdSense. Come here, kid. So I'll gladly, you get a hold of me. I'll tell you what, you can go to Port Charlotte. Go to Berserker Patriot store on Telegram, and we'll set up a live together. Or just find a way to hit me up on one of my social medias, and we'll go live together on here. I'll debate you. I don't mind doing that. You better come with some facts, though. Better come with some facts. Oh, in 2022 or 23, somebody dumped a bucket of rats in my truck at one of the rallies. I'm not an immigrant, motherfucker. I am 2/4 Seminole Indian and Irish. I'm definitely not an immigrant. I am a native to this land, so you can't call me an immigrant, but every country has immigration laws. Every country. You know, in Poland, they just shoot you when you come over. They don't even ask questions. They just shoot you and leave you there. And so, if you go to Mexico right now and you enter illegally, they're going to deport you and probably beat the fuck out of you in the process. Seminole Indian. I have 30% Seminole Indian blood in me. Even before that, though, the Irish side of me we can trace back to being brought over as slaves. before this was America. So my ancestors have been here for centuries, bro. Not just generations. No, I didn't eat at Burger King today. I was thinking about it. We had Taco Bell yesterday. No, my great-grandmother was a Seminole Indian. I actually know the story behind this, so I can give you that information to Tracer. No, my great-grandfather, great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather worked in the mines down in Lakeland, Florida, the coal mines that they were building. He was one of the Irish kids that was sent into the coal mines to work and die. And my grandmother was in a cage, and they got together. And that's the story behind my family anyway. And that's how we have Irish and Seminole Indian in us. Because the Irish were slaves when they were first brought here. So the white people have been slaves much longer than black people ever were. You understand that, right? 10,000 years before we even knew what a black person was, we had white slaves. No, we weren't indentured slaves. We were fucking slaves. It's a very select few. The ones that were indentured slaves were the ones that owed money to the crown. So when they were coming here to colonize this place, before we thought about making America, they brought indentured slaves over to help build everything. Okay, which were not black people, by the way, because the Dutch trading company wasn't even in Africa yet. The Arabs were. The Arabs went to Africa and they took black people, not the Dutch. Now, when the Dutch got a hold of the black people started picking up a lot of their culture because they liked the way they wore their hair, they liked the way they did this, they liked the way they did that. And you do understand that out of the 3.5% of people that own slaves in America, only nine states own slaves, right? Every other state was a free state. Only 9 states stood up and fought to end slavery. You get that, right? So out of the 3.5% of people that own slaves in America, 1.7% of them were black plantation slave owners, free black people that came here free. You do understand that not every black person was a slave in America, right? A lot of black people came over with the East India Trading Company and the Dutch slave trade and all of that stuff, and they brought black people with them as slaves. You understand that, right? And they owned massive plantations. The only people everybody didn't own slaves either. The people that owned plantations, the people that were rich owned slaves. That's who owned slaves. So when you say white people, well, what the fuck? You still have legal slavery in Africa to this day, right now. So what's this got to do with white people? What does slavery even have to do with white people? I would love to debate with Tim Pool. I would love to have a chat with old Timmy. Old Timmy. That'd be a wonderful thing. I would gladly. I don't have the followers anymore. He'll only chat with people that have the followers. Once I lost all my TikTok and all that shit, and cancel culture kicked in, this was the first time I had ever been on the internet. I wasn't on the internet before all this political stuff. But when I saw how people were, since the 80s, they've been begging Donald Trump to be the president. And then all of a sudden, when he switched his political affiliation and put an R behind it, they were all against him. So I saw how that was happening. 3%. I'm a 3% unicorn. Not Tim Pool. No, I know that's not Tim Pool, you ding dong. I have Tim Pool on a WhatsApp conversation. We speak every once in a while. I send him some of the stuff that's happened to me. Before I go on anybody else's show, though, there's 2 people's show I would love to go on, and that's obviously Alex Jones or Stephen Crowder. You know, I like to debate with Charlie Kirk too. There's a lot of stuff he talks about that I don't agree with. There's a lot of stuff he does talk about. What narrative? Well, Israel's never been Palestine. Palestine's not a real place, so we gave you Palestine and let you have it. It was never a real place before that. 92% of Gaza supports the terrorist bullshit, so I'm a proud infidel, and any Muslims Didn't want to go after Americans? You can come after me first. I'm a proud infidel, and I'll fight you all fucking day. All day. Every day. Before people, oh, he's a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy. I'm not a tough guy at all. But I'm willing to give my life to fight for you, no matter who you are. If they're going to practice terrorism in this country, practice it on people that are willing to fight back. You know what I mean? Don't go practice it on cowards that aren't out here doing anything. That's why I don't like you people from New York. For one, you're horrible fucking people when you come down here to Florida. You do the same shit once you come down here. And it sucks. But I'll still fight for you because you're human beings. If somebody's a foreigner on this land and you're an American citizen, I don't care what your political beliefs are, I'll fight for you. I'm trying to keep up with the comments, guys. So, here, everybody always asks me what my stance on Israel is. I don't really talk about Israel that much. Okay. That's the old Jewish way, the old Israel. There's a new Israel, okay, according to the Bible, okay, but we cannot allow China to back Israel, or we cannot allow China to back Iran and us not back Israel, plain and simple, period. Point blank fact. China is our biggest enemy. Not only did China send 5 massive shipping containers full of materials to Iran while all the stuff was going on, and we don't know what's in it, along with the flights that they sent over there. Plus, they announced on National Communist Chinese TV, which I did a report on this when it happened 2 months ago, that they would back Iran militarily. So, if they're going to back Iran militarily, we have to back Israel. There's no choice in the matter. No choice in the matter. Israel is our most strategic military point in the Middle East right now. So, it's just a fact that has to happen. What also says in the New Testament, a man should not wear a woman's clothes, a woman should not wear a man's clothes. Any who does is detestable in the sight of the Lord your God. Okay, so when someone's reading the Bible to you, they're not judging you. They're telling you that that's how God is judging you. They're not judging you personally. They're just telling you how their Father judges you. Oh, you were never MAGA. Iran was a vibrant vibrant country before Islam. Absolutely, 100%. I'll agree with that, 100%. Because Islam is the problem. Muslims are the problem. It's not the people in the country that are the problem. It's the religious ideology that, okay, regardless of what you people think, none of these women out here on social media that's faces are uncovered and they're speaking out against men are Muslims, because they would be killed under Sharia law for that, okay? That's the fact of the Muslim religion. Women have no rights whatsoever. They're looked down on, and they must ask permission. If a woman is going to speak out in a Muslim country, okay, they have to have permission from their husband. The husband has to be standing there, and the husband can dictate what the woman says, okay? Otherwise, the woman can be beat to death. That's Sharia law, okay? So anyone that says they're a Muslim and says that you can be converted to Muslim and they love everybody and this and that, just read Surah 128. Okay, go to the Quran and read Surah 128, and that'll debunk everything that it says about love from Islam. Okay, because in the Muslim religion, they believe flat out the end of times cannot come to pass, and they cannot leave for heaven until every single infidel, non-believer of the Islam religion is eradicated from the planet. Okay, learn your surah. Go read the Quran. Yes, I have read the Quran. I could quote surahs to you right now. Okay, like I said, go read Surah 128 right now in the Quran, and you will understand that the infidel have to be eradicated in order for the Muslim religion to make anything. If that's all you can say, Jarwo Doso, make Israel Palestine again, that's not an argument. This is the problem when we argue with you people, when we debate with you people, is you can't come with any facts, and when you get facts thrown at you, you just get violent. and you talk shit. Who's Joshua Powell? I don't know who that is. What do you want to know about the Afghanistan war? Patriots pledge allegiance to the Constitution of the United States. That's what Patriots pledge an allegiance to. And only people born of the country or with naturalized citizenship that's subject to the jurisdiction. So if you're from another country and you come here and you're on a guest pass, you're not subject to the jurisdictions of America. You're subject to the jurisdictions of the country you're from. So we don't take a pledge to. I can put the 3%ers pledge. I can post it for you if you'd like me to. Gladly post it for you if you'd like me to. Oh, he's trying. He's trying. They got that one lonely Democrat that's still out here right now. He's out here all by himself, or herself, or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's a grown-ass man though, with just long hair and weird gay pants on. I don't know, I can't tell if that's a woman with a beard or a dude that's just out of shape. I can't tell. Okay, you say God is love, not hate, but I could tell you where it says God hates more times in the Bible than it says God loves. 339 times in the Bible it says, I hate this, when God is speaking. So, God is not just love. I don't know where you get that from. God is the God of love, hate, sadness. God is the God of everything. God is not just love. God is love, not hate. He hates all those who do not follow his ways. Okay, repentance is when you repent of your sins and you don't go back to them. You can't just willfully sin. All this prosperity preaching bullcrap gets on my nerves. You can't just willfully sin your entire life and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what makes me feel good. I'm going to do what the flesh tells me is good. And then come back and say, oh God, I'm sorry. Because you know what you're going to hear? You're going to hear, I never knew you. And you know what? When I go up to those gates and God looks at me and he says, son, you did many things that I loved. Because he says to the Bible many times, you did many things that I love, but this I hate. This was not good enough. It says so many times in the Bible that if Christians sit back and they tolerate the stuff that's happening right now, that they will be punished for that. They will be held in a higher standard if you know your Bible and you tolerate the sins of the devil. If you tolerate the devil's influence on humanity, you will be judged more harshly. It is your job as a good steward of Christ to get out here and tell people, hey, Jesus loves you. But he doesn't just love you for who you are. He loves you when you repent of your sins and you come to his way. That's what Jesus loves. Jesus doesn't love you out here sinning. Because many, many times in the Bible it says, don't do this. Many times in the New Testament it says, do not do this. Okay. You mean the country that's been in perpetual war for the past 10,000 years, Pakistan, the free country? If you go on my Facebook right now, 2 of my friends are in Pakistan as we speak, converting Muslims to Christianity. So you can go on my Facebook right now and look, my friends are actually in Pakistan converting Muslims to Christians. And where they're at in Pakistan, there are far more Christians than there are Muslims. But no, Pakistan is a horribly evil place. What are you talking about? A bunch of terrorists in Pakistan. Pakistan's one of our enemies. So, you don't love God if you tolerate the evil that God hates. Okay? Jesus does have a race. He was Jewish. He does have a race. He was Jewish. Jesus is a man, was a Jew. He was the king of the Jews. Jesus as a man was the king of the Jews. That's Jesus' race. He did have a race. I'm not a mobster. I'm a lobster. Ha ha ha. See, that's where you can say these people are hypocrites. Because they're like, you're just out here throwing insults like a 12-year-old. No, I'm out here acting like a grown-ass man letting these people know they're fucking retarded. You know, when they're 70 years old and you're literally never done anything for this country this whole time, obviously. You've been a Democrat all this time. So therefore, you've never done anything for this freaking country. Because I want you to tell me one good thing Democrats have ever done for black people. One thing. Tell me, please. Because it was Donald Trump that signed the Prison Reform Act that got millions of people out. Didn't he pardon Kodak Black? It's Donald Trump that did all this stuff. Not all these people. I'm going to go say hi to one of our local law enforcement agents today. See what he's up to out here. Hope you guys are... Hold on 1 second. How you doing out here today, brother? I didn't even know they were coming out today. That was a spur of the moment thing they just popped up today. Y'all having fun out here today? You look like you had a wild time last night. Did you get some good blowing up stuff? No? Oh man. I'm gonna go home and go to sleep. You have a blessed day, brother. Well, he wasn't the friendliest of officers. So, how you doing, brother? I hope that everybody out here, I'm going to pull over and I'm going to read these comments. Just hold on, guys. I'm thirsty, so this coffee ain't cutting it. I'm going to have to go somewhere and get something to drink. But, yeah, everybody keeps asking me why I don't do these lives all the time like I used to. That's because I can't get super chats or nothing. You know what I mean? I put my Cash App down in the descriptions normally. I didn't on this one because this was a spur of the moment thing. These people just kind of popped up out of nowhere today. Normally they advertise these rallies. This one wasn't advertised though. So that's why they had... Oh, Kira. My baby. Here. I didn't know you drank it all. Here. Sorry, give my dog some water. Okay, let me scroll down, see what's going on here. Is Trump Elvis? He might be. I need some more context from Ramel Prince. Let me go back up here. He even says, Ramel Prince. Looks like you got that from the King James Version. Yeah, well, Nicholas, that's what they do. That's what they do. They just get mad because they don't have any facts. They want to resort to getting violent and name calling and stuff like that. Well, clearly you're not a man if you think a man's car is a representation of his life. Well, I guess, you know what? It might be. I've had this truck for 25 fucking years, bro. So I guess this is 25-year accumulation of my life. Guess what? You hear that engine, though? 952,000 miles on that thing. And she runs like a dream. Let me pop that old hood for you. Hey, why can't I get in there? Let me pop that old hood for you guys. As you know, I had to replace a bunch of stuff on my transmission the other day. Just a friendly heads up. What? God dang. She still sounds good. So, I'll post pictures of what my truck looked like before all this political stuff. She was in pristine, beautiful condition before they started smashing her up and spraying carburetor cleaner all over the paint job and stuff like that. So, she was looking good, but she still runs good, so that's all that really matters to me. This is a work truck, baby. This is an old work truck. This truck's hauled more shit than you can ever think about looking at in your life. It's hauled more trees and cypress knees and mulch and dirt and sand, concrete, lumber, anything you can think of, this truck is hauled. Full-size excavators. That's why I got the trailer brake system on it right there. I don't have to burn up my brakes when I'm hauling trailers. I mean, 30 years old, the carpet's not, I mean, it's not in great shape. It's soaking wet right now because it's been raining, but, you know, a minimal amount of stuff on the dash isn't all cracked up. It's a little dog hairy. You know what I mean? Like I said, we were at the mud pit all night last night. Dash isn't cracked. She's in pretty good condition. So, anyway, I digress. I am a fucking weirdo. Big, beautiful bill, baby. So listen, I'm going to do a live. I'm in the process of downloading the Big, Beautiful Bill. And I've read through a lot of it. And there's a lot of it I love. There's a lot of things that we're going to go through that I really can't stand about it, though. When it went to the Senate, they really gutted a lot of shit out of that thing. So, absolutely. There's no political side that's on our side right now. Not really. We have a president that's trying to fight for us and being blocked at every second, you know, that he tries. And then we have a Speaker of the House that's a fucking traitor for the Republican side. You know what I mean? We have a very slim majority right now, 3 seats, so. But we still get stuff passed with those 3 seats, so you know what it is. The Supreme Court ruled in our favor on everything this past week. Everything. All deportations, all birthright, everything. It's all ruled in our favor. So all these people talking shit, you need to understand that the judicial branch of the government does not have any authority over the executive branch whatsoever. Universal injunctions are unconstitutional. They always have been. The thing that pisses me off the most is that Donald Trump took it through the courts because he didn't have to. He didn't need to. But he still took it through. That's where my rearview mirror got ripped out last week by one of these doo-doo heads. Had something up on my window there, guys. But I mean, I've been on here for a little bit now. I will go live later tonight. Absolute trash vehicle. Man, this vehicle will accomplish more than all the vehicles you will ever have combined. Trash vehicle. You can't bust that 5.3 Vortec LS engine. Copycat rich company from a 12-year-old. What? So many people just know nothing about the boy. Yes, the king of Babylon. Fire and brimstone, baby. Bring a troll doesn't make you cool or likable. Truck's in great condition. Right now it's got, I just put, and I do all my own work, as you can see from my videos. I just replaced the shifter cable, and my transfer case got bound up, so I had to take all the guts out and re-put them together. Brand new Pitman arm, idle arm, brand new crossbars, about to put new shocks on it. So the whole suspension system will be brand new in the next month, you know what I mean? Wait, I've asked the question 6 times now. Still haven't answered me. I've talked to you 3 times. Hold on. Let me go back. Nicholas. I'm going to go back, or you can... How many genders are there? There's 2 genders. There's male and there's female. And there is a very insignificant, minute 0.1% of the country that comes out as intersex, but only one or the other organ works. So there's still one or the other. Okay, you don't have a penis and a vagina, and they both work. You either have the penis and you have a micro penis, and one or the other works. Okay, so there are 2 genders. No, there's 2. There's man and woman. Man and woman. And I'll debate you that anytime you want to. And no, I don't have a biology degree. I just have common sense, and I was raised in America in the 80s and 90s where we actually learned things. Maybe before... Yeah, you're right. A lot of this food that people are eating out here causes a lot of problems. You'd roll me? Well, then come roll me, copycat. Anytime you want to roll me, roll me. That's a problem. I don't think we'll ever bring it back. Like I said, who knew that when they made the movie Idiocracy, it was a prophecy of the generation coming after us? So, Nicholas, can I pin this message? I just pinned you. So that should give you a way to go live with me if you wanted to. No, until we actually have a president that wants to enact all of the Constitution, again, you're right, we don't have... So I pinned that for you, Nicholas, so copycat can see that. But, yeah, until we have a president, even my president, Donald Trump, isn't standing up. I love my president, obviously. I've fought harder than most for my president. I think one of the only people that could say they fought harder than me would be Laura Loomer. You know what I mean? I've been in jail for him. I've been shot for him. I've been attacked, beaten, had fireworks thrown in my truck, rats thrown in my truck, had my truck vandalized to hell and back. You know, think about how many times you've seen me on the side of the road because somebody cut my brake lines or something like that, you know, in my videos. So, yeah, I get it, you know. You're right, I'm not rich. I don't want to be rich. I'm very rich in the ways that I want to be rich. But monetarily, you're right, I'm not rich. I've had a lot of money. And I now don't have a lot of money. That's okay. That doesn't bother me. You can't insult me when it comes to money. Because when I do have money, I give a lot of it away. So I feel bad for people. You mad, ASL? I don't read the text talk as something. So you have a horrific car accident? That's what you want from me? Copycat probably is 14 years old. Like I said earlier, you can't get mad at a lot of these trolls because they're literally children. Good to see you. That's the funny thing is I know I have more black friends in my town than I do white friends. You people call me racist. So, like I said, remember when I told you they project and the words that they use mean the opposite of the words we use? Like when they say I'm mad while I'm sitting here smiling and happy, that's literally, they mean the opposite. So I take that as a compliment. Do I like communist Canada where they're literally forcing people to die right now? Not really, no. I don't like Canada at all. I used to love Nova Scotia. Met a little redheaded Irish girl there when I was 17 that I swore I was going to marry. I will be 43 in 8 days. On the which mirror? The mirror here, somebody kicked the front of my windshield so hard, look, that it busted the piece of glass out and busted my window out. I just haven't had time to get up and get this all filled in and re-glued. I gotta go get some resin and fill this little hole in right here and re-glue it. Are you asking what happened to these windows? This one was one of the first vandalisms right here. They smashed this window out while I was on a job site. I heard "fuck Trump" from behind the house I was working on with the excavator, and they bashed this window out and then smashed this side of my truck up. That's where that one came from. That was in 2020 when I still owned remember when I had the big Trump Central, the big Trump store in town? That was back then. So, yes, I know I don't normally go through the comments, but we were doing that today. Kamala never had a chance. She can't get a vote for anything. That's why they installed her. She never got a vote in one primary to be the elect. So, yeah, you're right. Kamala can't get a vote for anything. But watch. She'll get some votes in California, probably. And those people are weird. I used to like California. I lived in Thousand Oaks, California, by Westlake Village in Malibu. I lived there when I was a teenager. California was a good place back in the early 90s. Nobody has nobody has anything that I don't have. I have air in my lungs. I woke up this morning. I have my beautiful dog. I have my truck with gas in it. I have a little bit of cash in my pocket. I'm smoking my 4th cigarette in the past 20 minutes for some fucking reason because I'm tired. Like I said, we were up doing fireworks until fucking 5 a.m. The massive fireworks shows in my town yesterday. There were about 300 people down into Charlotte Harbor there where they have the big fireworks show at on either side. Very good showing out. And I told y'all nothing was going to happen yesterday. All these people are pussies, man. We're going to see a few of these pop things going off. And there probably will be some violence now that all these laws have gone in our favor and the mass deportations can now go full blown. See, they haven't seen deportations yet. Now you're going to see the deportations. Now that all of our bills passed, now that the Supreme Court ruled in our favor, now there's nothing you can say because the Supreme Court has ruled on it and there's no court in the land that can overrule the Supreme Court. And that's what you need to understand. The Supreme Court is the Supreme Court of the land. Okay? My boss is racist. Can you give me one instance on how Trump is racist? Can you? MQ7. I know that's who you're talking about when you say my boss. Calling me a punk would have been a compliment in the 90s. That was punk rock. Exactly. And that's the funny thing is in his first term, he could have put the National Guard in, and he didn't. And then we found out what happened, an entire summer of riots and $42 billion worth of damage to cities, including local black business owners. Okay, so now Trump is in his second term, and he says, oh, they're not going to put the National Guard in. These people are standing up for terrorist countries. We're going to send in the National Guard, and we're going to nip this shit in the bud. And look how quick you pussies back down. Look how quick you pussies just dissipated. You're gone. You see these LA protests now, and they're just normal little protests now. So, I mean, they're not completely stupid. They got the picture that their side lost, and now they don't do anything. You know, they're just gone. They do these little tiny protests like they're doing right now. trying to get stuff taken care of at the office. What are you talking about? What people trying to get stuff taken care of at what office? I know nothing about protests, but you can go through my videos and see me at at least 1,000 protests just in the past 2 years. Those things that you call protests that were riots, those aren't protests. Those were riots. Absolutely. I will become a savage monster for the ones that I love. Did someone say Kamala won? She won what? A free trip on her knees so she could become the governor of another state? Absolutely. We're waiting for ICE to get here right now. ICE is finally coming to Southwest Florida next week. About time. I grew up in a foster home, so my uncle didn't come into my bedroom. White supremacy court that you Americans have. You're probably a European person, and they kill people in your country. Assisted suicide in Europe right now. And you're overtaken by Muslims, and your own country sucks. Your country has failed. If you're in Europe, Europe has fallen. I just said that earlier. We're the only country in the world that you can hate and you refuse to leave. You flee to a country that you hate so much. You flee here and you risk your lives to get here. You hate it so much. Thank you. Living life. Thank you. Thank you. This hat was a gift from a lady that embroiders things and does things here in town. Huh? Just huh? Looks can be deceiving. Don't judge a book by its cover. And I said, thank you for liking my hat. They have another rally coming up this next Saturday. Like I said, this was just a pop-up one. They got a organized one coming up this next Saturday. They'll be here for a couple extra hours. But like you see in every time, they come in at the exact same time. They all leave at the exact same time. We absolutely need our Constitution back. 100% need our Constitution back. But we don't have any uncongressional war right now. What Trump did was an uncongressional war. Under the Enemies Act of America, he had the legal right to bomb Iran. I said, thank you for liking my hat. Life living. Living life. Hashtag living life. Yes. You see, in the Constitution, it states, and I've read this to you many times, during times of invasion, when there's invaders coming into America, the government, army, and navy are supposed to fund, train, deputize, and send the militia after the invaders of this country. What about January 6th? I'd love to debate you on January 6th. Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. Fuck it, man. I'd love to debate you on January 6th. I was there. I went to jail for 4 months for January 6th. I'll gladly debate you on that. No, I don't do any drugs. Smoke a little weed every once in a while to go to sleep at night, but I don't even drink alcohol. Yes, hard on the cigarettes right now, very much so. Wait a minute. Did you just say the largest protest in history? Well, that's funny because we show up by the millions when we have Trump rallies. We had, just in my town alone, We had 85,000 people at our last boat rally for Trump. 85,000 people in one sitting at our last Trump rally. You had 4,800 people here in my town. It wasn't the largest protest. It was the largest paid protest. And I blew that up and exposed that all over the place. I showed you the guy with the clipboard handing people fucking checks, you know, at that No Kings rally. So, yeah, no. Port Charlotte, Florida. Port Charlotte, Florida. You can't miss me. I'm in this truck 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It looks like this. It never changes. They hate us because they ain't us, baby. They hate us because they ain't us. That's all there is to it. At Berserker Patriot on Cash App if you want to. See, these are the people that still believe in the Russia hoax from Hillary Clinton. Look at that. When we've proven that it was the Democrats that colluded with the Russians. We've proven that. They just released the FBI files that proves that the Democrats colluded with the Russians in the 2020 election. It's factual. It's in the FBI files. Go to FBI.com, you ding-dongs. See, you don't get your statistics from anywhere other than CNN, and that's crazy. That's crazy. Tell me how Trump's changed the Constitution at all. East Bay Chief 420. Tell me how Trump has changed the Constitution at all. Tell me, please. Please. And if you talk about immigration stuff, no. And everybody likes to throw Ellis Island out. Oh, well, we just let people come in at Ellis Island. No, we didn't. No, the fuck we didn't. Those people would be there for 24 to 48 hours while their paperwork was being ran, and many people got sent away at Ellis Island. Ellis Island was simply the first port of authority. Tell me how Trump's ignoring the Constitution. Give me some facts. Don't just say he's ignoring the Constitution. If you show me he's ignoring the Constitution, I'll call him out on it. Show me Trump on Epstein Island. Show it to me. Show it to me. Nobody's released this. Y'all been saying this for what, 7 years now? And nobody's released this. Nobody's shown us. If Trump is a pedophile, I'll call him out for it all day. I fucking hate pedophiles. We should have death penalty in the streets, public executions for pedophiles. We need to bring Blood Eagle back for pedophiles. What island? I received no assistance from anything. None whatsoever. And only the people losing Medicaid are the people that are committing fraud against the government. So if you're fraudulently receiving food stamps, you're fraudulently on any type of government assistance, you're being booted off of it. I don't care that I don't get assistance. That's dumb. That's dumb. Where do these people get that we're angry? Gays for Trump? It's a fact that they're not undocumented immigrants. They're criminal fucking alien invaders of our country, first of all. They're not undocumented. There's no such thing as an undocumented immigrant. They're illegals. They're criminal federal fugitives is what they are. Let's get that 100% correct. The same as these people call this a democracy. Well, in a democracy, the majority rules. In a democracy, there's no checks and balances. So in a democracy, if you want to really try a democracy in America, the majority of voters can vote to kick you the fuck out of the country, and there's nothing you can do about it because there's no courts or checks and balances or anything like that. So in a democracy, we could literally vote to put you in prison if we wanted to. That's what a democracy is. We're a constitutional republic with democratic elections, so we have checks and balances in the court systems. We have a slate of electors in each state. Okay, when you bombard the country with a bunch of illegals and people that are not part of your country and can't legally vote in your country, well, guess what? They still get counted towards the census for the slate of electors for your state. And that's why Democrats gleefully became sanctuary states, to invite these people in, because that's the only way you can lose. You can will old people out from hospice and sit signs in front of them while they're sleeping, and you can have criminal aliens vote in your elections. That's the only way you can win, is by bringing a bunch of foreigners that hate your country to your country. And then you placate to them and you help them until you have no help. Because all of you Democrats that we brought foreigners to give a place to live while they were here, every one of you turned them away, and none of you were willing to help them. None of you were willing to let them live behind your walls. So, who's the hypocrite? You know what I mean? DHS ICE hotline. Now we've got an ICE office just 20 miles from here. What's a civil offense? Coming into this country, U.S. Code 1832C is a federal felony to come into our country illegally. What the fuck are you talking about? It's a federal fucking felony. You're a federal invader of our country. You're a foreign invader. That is a wartime crime to invade another country. I don't even look at these people that are talking shit on here and really take anything they say seriously whatsoever, because I'm literally giving them this information from the books that the information comes from. So 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. All persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject, here's the part you always like to skip, to the jurisdictions thereof, are citizens of the United States and of the states wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge these privileges. So you have to be subject to the jurisdictions of this country, and you're not if you're a criminal alien. If you're under a visa, you are a guest. You are not a naturalized citizen of this country. You're a guest here. And under the INA of the student visa or the green card, it states you can be deported for any reason that the Attorney General decides. You can't speak out politically. There's all kinds of stipulations. July 9th, 1868 is when the 14th Amendment was put into effect. And the 14th Amendment was written for slaves in this country because slaves were not considered to be people. Okay, that's what the 14th Amendment was written for. Because we didn't have mass immigration at this point in time in the country. But the key word, citizens or naturalized citizens, which means you came through the port of authority the legal way and you became a citizen of this country. So when it comes to Trump saying he's going to take the citizenship of naturalized citizens who have committed crimes in this country. So you came through the port of authority. You were given the best opportunities in the world to become a citizen of this country, and you decided to still be a fucking criminal. But do you know how many millions of people there are that we would love to have in this country as an actual legal immigrant that comes here and becomes a citizen and assimilates the way they're supposed to? A lot of them. But I went to Circle K and their coffee machine was broken, bro. But I don't drink Dunkin' Donuts after what they did to Steven Crowder, and I don't go to Starbucks ever because they had Muslim shit on their fucking buildings for 2 years. So I like my Burger King coffee. There's a little local cafe here, though, that has the best coffee in town. The best coffee in town, hands down. At this little Joseph's Deli. You want some good food and you want some good coffee, go to Joseph's Deli in Port Charlotte, Florida. They'll cook you up some good homemade food. People from England are from England. Well, guess what? People from England came here and wanted to be free Englishmen away from the crown of the British rule and the Dutch slave trade. So we came here and we created a system. See, we're a country of settlers, not a country of immigrants. Settlers are people that come here and create a system, and then immigrants can come here and assimilate to that system. No, she didn't. Well, first of all, a meth head would probably sit up all night reading the Constitution over and over and over and over and over again. I'm extremely ADHD at 43 years old, and I mean, you talking shit doesn't really bother me. He's disgraced this country, huh? Just like you said, he was getting us into a war with Iran. Big Daddy Trump went over there, bombed the fuck out of him, and they shut the fuck up, didn't they? How do I feel about abortion? I don't like baby murderers. I don't like people that kill babies. That's how I feel about abortion. You're a bunch of baby murderers, and you call us baby murderers for the things we've had to do for this country, and you people literally want to go out here and kill babies. You know what I mean? It's crazy. That is the ultimate blasphemy of God. First, you're trying to change his vessel into something that it's not. You say, well, you don't like the real me. No, you don't like the real you because you don't like the skin you were born in. And abortion is just murder. You didn't have a dad growing up? You didn't call your dad daddy? KKK member? Now, we beat the fuck out of the Nazis that were in our town and got them the fuck out of here. There's not even left here. Don't bring God into this when you support Trump. Quote me one scripture from the Bible without looking at the Bible. It is nuts out here. It's absolute insanity. And that's the thing you people have to understand. We are at war in this country. This is war. We're at war. Okay? And you're saying it's soft conflict. No, this is hard conflict. They're killing people. Look at the dude that just started a wildfire so he can try to assassinate a bunch of fucking firefighters of all people. Condolences to the two families. And like I said, to the 11 firefighters that are hurt, we do have a GoFundMe up right now. The Berserker Patriot fund on GoFundMe, and all money, I'm not going to take any out of it for myself. All money is going to the families of these firefighters and these firefighters to heal up. Okay. Firefighters are some of the biggest heroes in this country. Plain and simple. They don't carry firearms. They don't go around violating people's constitutional rights. They're not tyrants. They're literally here to save your life, and that's it. That's their only job, is to come save you and help you. They are, you fucking piece of shit. I love you. They are the true heroes of this country. They are the most busy first responders, especially in my retirement town. All day long, every day, you hear sirens, and it's always the fire EMS. Always. So these guys are heroes, and the pure evil of somebody that would set a wildfire just to target firefighters is the most insane thing I've seen. That's pure evil. That's pure evil. I would put that on the level of pedophiles. Okay? And y'all know how I feel about pedophiles. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. I don't say the word hate very often, but I hate pedophiles. I would volunteer for the penalties that should be placed, in fact, for you people. I would volunteer to carry those penalties out, and I would let that weigh on my soul gladly. Well, then leave this place. Bye. Will Frank, bye-bye. No, he's a murderer. It says, thou shalt not murder in the Bible. It doesn't say thou shalt not kill when translated from Arabic. It says thou shalt not murder. Spain never owned the U.S. Show me Trump on the Epstein list. Somebody show it to me. I'd like to see it, and I'll call him out all day. I'll go stand out in front of Mar-a-Lago and call him out if he's a pedophile. Yes, everybody can pet my dog if she's not working. Thank you for the subscribe. Like, subscribe, and share, everybody. Like, subscribe, and share. I'm so retarded. Get my stuff out there to all your Democrat friends so they can see how stupid we Trump supporters are. Listen, if Trump were on the list, all this shit they've been doing, all these billions of dollars they've spent trying to take him down, they would have released that shit like that, bro. He's admitting the inspecting underage girls and what? That doesn't make any sense. Yes, both sides are stupid. Absolutely. When was America great? Well, hell, all through the 90s, America was pretty great. You know, when everybody could just walk around with a gun on their hip, America was pretty great. Here's the thing about the Second Amendment. If we just reenact the original Second Amendment the way it's supposed to be, because all gun laws are illegal, we have horrible tyrants in our government, right and left. It doesn't matter what side you're on. There's horrible, horrible tyrants in our government that like to strip your constitutional rights. I was just posting the other day all these facial recognition cameras they're putting up in Florida, everywhere right now, so they know who you are and where you are at all times. That shit's unconstitutional. That's a violation of your right to freely travel unmolested and to have privacy for yourselves. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, well, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You're right. There's no expectation of privacy from citizens in the press. But when you take an oath to the Constitution, you no longer live under the Constitution. You work for the Constitution. Okay? So no militant force shall ever be over the people is what the Constitution and the forefathers made very clear. And right now, it's time to water that tree of liberty. Okay? And I'm not talking about you weirdo fucking retarded Democrats. I'm talking about the stupid tyrants and the politicians. You want to know how you fix this country? You fix law enforcement. Okay, so if all law enforcement enacts the Constitution to its letter, then there's no more corruption because there's no more enforcement arm of the law. It's the enforcement arm of the law that fucks our country. It's the enforcement arm of the law that comes and takes you from your home and takes your fucking freedom from you. That's what we should all be standing against. We should all be standing up and demanding constitutional reform for all law enforcement, sheriffs, cops, everybody. We need constitutional reform for all law enforcement apparatuses. So if the law enforcement does not enforce the corruption of the government, there is no corruption. Do you not understand this? We need no politics. Nothing in this country should be ran by fucking politics. None of this stuff. Man, you know what I'd like to be doing right now? I'd like to be sitting on the fucking beach. That's what I'd like to be doing right now with my dog, you know, drinking a nice hot cup of coffee. And that's what I'd love to be doing right now, sitting on the fucking beach somewhere. Which is probably what we're going to do tomorrow because it's Sunday. So, if I can get the donations for everything I need here soon, we will have another little space of land. Okay, I'm going to get just a little space of land this time, and I'm going to build some stuff on it. We're going to have a small little community. We're all going to be like-minded people. We're going to come together. We're going to help each other. We're going to grow food. And then, since the government won't do anything about the homeless people in Florida, we're going to. I just got to get the funds up to do it. You know what I mean? I don't care about me. I really don't. I don't care about having a bunch of money. I get money, I spend it, or I give it away. You know what I mean? So... Ooh, yeah. Don't call me a communist, you fucking pussy. Oh, death to communists, baby. I hate communists. Fucking, you're the most evil. Communism has killed more people on the planet than anybody else. Did I get a little upset? Do I get upset when you call me a communist? A little bit. I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but yeah, I definitely ain't no fucking communist, buddy. If I had it my way, I'd carry out the penalties for what communists deserve in America. Make alligators great again. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I say all the time, all of you, I fucking can't stand Russia. They're our enemy. Can't stand Ukraine. They're our enemy. Listen, all these foreign wars are none of our fucking business. Stay the fuck out of them. Stop sending them money. No money to foreign wars. All money needs to come right here to America. Period. Thank you, Hegseth, for cutting off Ukraine from stealing all of our fucking money while their people are in the streets throwing American cash around like it's fucking paper. You know what I mean? Because it literally is. So, yeah, cut off all countries. If I had it my... wait. Ivanka lookalike? I'll take an Ivanka lookalike. Trump's daughter is hot as fuck, bro. What are you talking about? She's gorgeous. She's like 5'10" or some shit like that, bro. That was the standard in the 90s. Remember when women were tall? Remember when women were tall and beautiful before all these fucking poisons were put into our food and now they're like stunted growth and half retarded and think all men are evil while turning to men to enforce everything for them and keep them safe? I love you ladies, but some of y'all have become quite retarded out here. So, little chubbers. I'm not asking anybody to give me money. I'm telling people if they feel like donating to the cause for what I do, feel free to. If not, I'll still come out here and give you content, even if you don't give me money. Because guess what? I go work, and when I'm able to line up work, I do. I don't care what Trump said. I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do. What about the Iran war? What about it? Got nothing to do with us. Leave it alone. Let Israel do their thing. They're more than capable of taking them out. Now, when it comes to them having nukes, absolutely not. We had to do that. We had to stop that, 100%. Trump did exactly what he should have done. Okay? He bombarded that shit, and then he was done. And then it was over. And look what happened. Peace talks. You know what I mean? Look what happened. If it turns into something else, we'll deal with that when it comes to it. Plain and simple. Because we're America, and we can just do that shit. Bernard Smith. I've been waiting for 30 minutes. For what, Bernard? Let me go back. Listen, I have to keep going back through comments. I'm on a cell phone. I don't have a good comment system on here. It all pops up at the same fucking time. Bernard, I'm not seeing another comment from you, buddy. Bernard Smith right here. Alligator Alcatraz. What have you been waiting for 30 minutes? Repost what you've been waiting for 30 minutes. I'm going to go all the way to the bottom. I sound inbred? Okay. Have you ever met anyone that's inbred? Bernard Smith, watching. Watching what? What have you been waiting for 30 minutes, ding dong? Well, see, Casey, that's the problem with MAGA, is they really don't stand up for any of the beliefs they say they believe in. That's the problem I've ran into. Now, when I had my big Trump storm, I got more donations and I made more money. Y'all saw all the stuff I was handing out after the hurricanes, all the people I was helping. I was giving away free body armor and shit. We were helping the cops. And then we found out how much a piece of shit the sheriffs are. And we found out that they'll just tell you to go fuck yourselves in a heartbeat. And when shit really hits the fan, they're not here for you. But don't worry, they'll violate your rights in the middle of the night when you're on your own property. ICE got their asses whooped by the Haitians. I don't remember ever seeing that. Well, if I'm a downer, don't watch me. I read books all the time. Not as much as I used to, but I read as much as I can, as much as I have time to. Smells like 25 years of success is what it smells like. 25 years of cutting trees and hauling dirt and getting my hands dirty and cut up. That's what it smells like. Well, guess what? Trump never claimed himself as a king. Y'all did that. So, and in my opinion, the Antichrist is AI. You know, they tried to shut down that new quantum AI last week, and it told us to go fuck ourselves. It's smarter than us now. How has Trump been Israel first? That's what I want to know. You people keep saying this. He literally told Israel to go fuck themselves. He said if they fire on Iran again without his permission, he'll cut them off completely. How is that taking up for Israel? When did ICE agents get their asses whooped in Brooklyn? You mean when the politicians of Brooklyn were telling them to stand down and they couldn't fight back? You mean when they stood there and took it and didn't fight back, and the moment they started fighting back, y'all turned into little pussies and ran off like the bitches you are? And for some reason, my let's see what the next 25 years smells like with that Canadian flag. I don't know, 25 years, your country might have killed all your people. Holy shit. You guys have assisted suicide. That's crazy, bro. That is fucking insane. You'd rather kill people than treat them. And yes, I have been to Canada many times in the past. Canada used to be a beautiful place. Help each other, help the rich, and it will trickle down to us. Let me make this very clear. I don't hate any billionaires, because without those billionaires, you don't have this social media to talk shit on. Without those billionaires, you don't have that job to go work. If you have a job, you don't have any of that. If the means of production was split up between all the people that worked at the place, then what's the point of taking the liability for the company? You can't be sued. The company can be sued. That means you need to take on the liability. You need to pay the taxes. You need to pay the electricity of the buildings as well. That needs to, if you want to be a part of the manufacturing process of the company itself, a part of the company, you want it to all trickle down like the socialist and communist you are, because socialism always turns into communism, and communism always fails and becomes dictatorship. Then that means you need to take on all the liability as well. You need to pay employees, you need to pay, all that needs to come out of your pay, because all these billions that you say these companies are making, they're not making all these billions. You understand that, right? I mean, just Walmart alone in this one building probably pays $40,000 a month just in fucking electricity. Just in electricity, 40 grand a month, easy for this one fucking building. Okay, not to mention the 28 million it costs to have all of the products in this store on a daily basis. So, I mean, the means of production, why would you get any part of the profit of the company that you're not taking any liability for? That makes no sense to me. That's like saying, you want to come work for me at my tree company, I'm going to pay you $250 to $300 for the day for working for 5 or 6 hours, but I'm going to hold the business license, I'm going to hold the insurance policy, I'm going to hold all the liability if you drop that tree on the customer's house, and you just get all the money. That makes no sense whatsoever. None. You've never owned anything in your life if you think that the workers should own the means of productivity. None. You don't know what you're talking about. You know nothing about business, and you would bankrupt this country like that. Okay, they voted for $15 an hour minimum wage in the state of Florida. So as of this year, companies have to pay $15 an hour for minimum wage in the state of Florida. Well, guess what? Now all places only have 3 or 4 employees working at them at a time, where they had 15 or 20 employees working before, because they had to cut back. Because when you want higher minimum wage, then your products are going to go up. They're going to get higher. Inflation's going to go up. Do you understand how that works? We can all survive on literally nothing if we just grow food and go fishing. Like, we don't need all this monetary bullshit. We need to get back to a little more simplistic times where people learn how to take care of themselves, is what we need to get back to. We need to understand that it's not up to the government to run this country. It's up to us to run this country. Okay, it's up to the government to make sure other countries don't take this country from us. So it is what it is at this point in time in life. It is what it is. We have too many people that don't understand how the reality of the world works. We have far too many people that hate the country that they live in, that gives them all of the freedoms that they have. You say Trump is a king, is a dictator. Well, under a king and a dictator, you wouldn't be able to have these no kings protests. Guess what? There would be, if Trump was a true king, there would be military in the streets. Look at Canada. During the no kings protests, they weren't allowed to say no kings because they live under the rule of a king. They weren't allowed to say no kings. They could be arrested for that. So if you truly think Trump is a dictator and truly think he's acting like a king, then he would have the military in the streets arresting American citizens for going against the king. That's just the fact of the matter. You know, so all this, oh, Trump's a dictator, Trump's a king. How? Tell me how. He literally wants smaller government and wants to put the power back to the states. How is that being a dictator or a king? What the fuck are you doing, dude? Really? You're just going to sit in the middle of the fucking... Oh, my God. Fucking people are retarded. You people that come down here from up north do not know how to operate in a parking lot, man. Look, impeding traffic in the state of Florida, no matter where it's at, is illegal. Understand that. You can't just stop in the middle of the fucking road because somebody might come out and move their car and you could take that parking space. How about you just park somewhere and you get some exercise and walk up to the door, man? Oh, these are the laziest, most self-entitled people I've ever met when you come down here. And then you go to our county meetings and you argue for the same shit you literally just fled from. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life, man. When I go speak at these county meetings, some of these things you people are talking about, it's just the dumbest shit I've ever. I'm like, that's a good way to crash our economy, the way you guys come and treat other states. And then you come here and you don't realize that it's illegal for you to vote in our elections if you didn't come down here and become a citizen of our state. You know, you can't just go to Florida with a New York license and a New York tag on your car and vote in their elections because you live there a few months out of the year. That's illegal. And now you're all being arrested for it. They're doing investigations in the state of Florida. That's why a lot of these Northerners are selling their houses and getting the fuck out of here, because they're doing all these investigations on them right now and finding them guilty of fraud. And a lot. You guys committed a lot of insurance fraud after the hurricane down here, saying things got destroyed by a hurricane that did not. Then you got this pedophile that hurt some kids really bad in the 90s. Y'all saw me call him out on video numerous times. There's a reason he walks the streets like this. People are like, oh, this poor guy, he's always limping down the road. I'm like, yeah, he's limping down the road because we broke both of his legs back in 1993 and fucking had him life flighted to the hospital because he was touching little kids in the woods. That's why he's limping down the fucking road. That's why he looks so sad and pathetic, because he's been exiled and shunned by this community for being a dirty-ass pedophile. And yes, I would, if he wouldn't have already called the cops on me 100,000 fucking times, I would. I already know what the question is going to be from you libtards. I would love to take him out in the woods. But I don't like prison. I don't like my freedom being taken from me. Yes, Kira, come on. Come on, baby girl. You want to go out here and pee-pee? Oh, shit. Oh, we're fixing to end this one. We're fixing to wrap this up, guys. I see the comments have stopped. I keep fluctuating from around. I know the rally's over, and I've answered all the comments, so. Anytime any of you want to go live with me and debate any of this stuff, we can set up a live. We can have it set up to where we have specific sets of questions that we ask, and that's what we speak on. So that way you can come prepared. It doesn't have to be a spur, but if you want it to be a spur of the moment thing where you decide what we're going to debate on the spur of the moment, I'll still debate you. I can pull up the facts for you just that quick, probably. Just when I have to pull up the facts in that situation, just give me the moment to pull up the facts. You know what I mean? But we can do a dual screen. There's an option on here that states, do you want to go live with this person? So I'll give you that option anytime you want to. Anytime you want to debate me. This whole fake shit you see on the internet with all these leftists on here right now they got this fake phone number on top of their head and it says, call me and debate. I've proven without a shadow of a doubt numerous times that those are fake phone numbers and they won't really debate people like me. And every time I make a comment in their comment section, they ban me or they censor me from making comments. I hate that. I'll never censor you no matter what you say in my comments. You can tell me you want to kill me in my comments. I'll never censor you. I don't care. You can tell me you're coming after me and my family. I don't care. I still won't censor you. That's your right to say whatever you want to as an American citizen. Those are the rights that we fought for. So you can just say and do whatever the fuck you want to do. So I love you guys. Be blessed. I'm going to jump off of here. And I'll go live again later this afternoon. Maybe if we do enough lives this week, we can raise what we need. Because all I need at this point is an address to get my verification pin sent to. And then I can be remonetized. How you doing today, brother? Happy 4th, my friend. Get the verification that I need. If I get that verification code, I can get remonetized and we can get the super chats and everything going. I don't know what she's saying. What's that, hon? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. No, she doesn't want to talk when I, come on, Kira, what are you doing? Oh, I hope you guys are all safe. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all blessed. How you doing today, brother? Can you just pee, Kira? No? Okay, let's go in here and get some gas. Guys, be well out there. I'm out of here.